All right, in this video, I'm going to go over the material cost table and the labor cost table. All right, so the material cost table lists all of the materials. So I'll go over two examples in this to show how these formulas work. For each part or material, we have a part number. You list those vertically in this column. And then each one of these part numbers has a description. All right, and that's why it's very handy to have this document right here to show part number, the part name, and the unit of measurement. All right, so I have a cost right here, and the cost is, so this cost right here is associated with the purchase unit of measurement. All right, so I buy this in sheets. I'm saying that I buy this 18 gauge white coat steel 48 by 96 in sheets, and the cost is $50. All right, you see two more cells here that have dollars per unit of measurement conversion. And then you see the unit of measurement conversion. So this cell right here is how the product is used in the factory. So we in fact use sheets. All right. So when we're allocating material in the factory, we are allocating full sheets to a material. And that has the same price because we have the same unit of measurement. All right. Let's look at the last one here. We have paint here. So it has a part number, it has a description. We buy it in pails, and it's $60 per pail. But when we go to the factory and we use the material, we actually use it in kilograms. We use kilograms of paint. All right, and in this formula here, you can see that it's 60 divided by 25. And so there are 25 kilograms per pail. All right, and that breaks down to $2.4 per kilogram. All right, and this is how we're going to cost the product in our material table down over here. All right, there's one more cell here, and it's general scrap. General scrap is basically how much scrap do you typically produce for this product, or maybe, in general. That is about it for this one. So just to kind of recap what this table is, if your unit of measurement conversion, which means this is the unit of measurement that you use to cost and allocate material in the factory, is the same as your purchase material, then the cost will be the same for your price that you use to generate your material cost. But if your unit of measurement is different, such as this, we use kilograms to weigh the material in the factory. We buy pails of paint. All right, so you'd have to put in your unit of measurement of conversion here. All right, so that's just one example of where we're using different units than we're buying the material in. All right, so that sums up the materials cost table. Now we have a labor cost table. All right, and this shows the work center. So it's a name. It has the work center number. All right, and then the hourly rate. Okay, so this is a pretty simple table, but it's important that we distinguish the two because we have different skilled workforce in each one. So forming, we're saying is being paid more than cutting, and painting is being paid more than, it's the highest one actually, and assembly is paid the least. So that kind of indicates to me that you have higher trained individuals in these different work centers. And so this might be an average of all of the employees working in that work center. All right. So you may have, senior employees that get paid more because they've been at the company for a really long time. And then you have fresh employees that have just started. And so they start at a less rate. And this would just be the average of that. So I would expect that this number to change, from year to year based on the seniority of the work center. So it kind of captures, the skill that maybe the employees get paid in that work center or for doing that job, but also maybe the seniority as well. So if you have an older workforce or a workforce that's been working at the company for a longer time, you're generally going to pay more for that than fresh employees. All right, so that covers tables and how they're used.